Welcome back to another video, guys, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you the basics about using the clutch in Carx Drift Racing. This was a recent feature added into the game in the latest update. That's version 1.7, and if you missed it, I'll leave a link in the description to the video that I posted on how to hack said version of the game. So onto the clutch now. um if you're new to like cars in general, or you're new to like the whole manual thing, what a clutch essentially is, it is a mechanism for disconnecting and disconnecting an engine and the transmission system in a vehicle. Or in a dumbed down version, basically it's a pedal that you push in to engage the clutch itself, and basically allows you to shift and or roll off in a car smoothly without stalling. Now, if you don't care about any information about like what I'm gonna say now, I will leave a time on screen now that will display a time figure that you can just go to if you want to like get to the gameplay of me using the clutch and explain it further. So I'll leave that on the screen now, and I'll get back to the video, I guess. So in this video I'll be, as I said, teaching you the basics on the clutch in the game, and basically how it, impacts how you're gonna like play the game. So as I said, it was a recent addition to the game, and honestly at first glance it would seem like, it's like really like hard to use, or it's gonna be impossible to use while, let's say, drifting. And if you have a small phone, your screen would be like all messed up, but that's all solved with a couple like trial and error things. But in this video I'm gonna be actually using the stock version of the Evo to like teach you the basics, and just go over what what's new, like what's it like using it, and what's it like like using it on a daily basis now, because I started using it more often. So with the clutch in the game, I mean, I'd say it's pretty spot on to what it's like supposed to be in real life. Essentially you wouldn't want your screen to look like this, like this in a sense, because like it would be like the literal definition of a cluster, and like you don't want that. So if you copy the exact setup that I have on screen that's being played over now, that should give you the best results, and should like have the best outcome for you guys. So with that being said, the reason why I chose the Evo is because like like it's not much power, and it would seem like it would be like more hard to use, but it honestly isn't. Like after a couple like hours of using it, it really isn't. So as you can see now, I'm on the clutch now. That's a pedal to the left, and what you're gonna want to do is you're just gonna want to ease into the throttle like slowly while the clutch is fully engaged. So full on the clutch, a little bit of gas, and then you're just gonna want to ease out of the the clutch, sorry, while you're increasing the gas. So basically full on the clutch, a little throttle, and then just decrease the clutch, and then just push the throttle way up, and that's it, you're rolling. And then what I like is that you actually have to like get off the gas, go on the clutch pedal, and shift. And it's the same thing for downshifting. Basically what I like to do is like I like to well, let's say blip the throttle every time I'm downshifting, and like rev matching, like basics. And yeah, like the clutch is really forgiving in this car, and yeah, they did add like stall mechanics properly, so here I am not using the clutch, and it stalls. And if you want to like just dump the clutch, you can just like rev it up and just like get off the clutch, like just don't slip it, just dump the clutch, and it'll go. But of course it's gonna be like really different according to the like which cars it is. I mean, from what I've seen, each car, like, let's just say, has a different stage of clutches, meaning, like, every car's clutch isn't gonna feel the same, so the clutch with the Evo is like really forgiving, and if you don't really like use it, in a sense, it engages at the very top, in a sense. And I'm gonna sound like I'm reviewing a car, but you know what I mean. Like, it's best when, like, you just rev it out and then you shift. But in this Mustang, for example, I built it up to, like, I think it's 900 plus horsepower, and it has a custom tune on it. The clutch is really forgiving, so as you can see, it's barely any effort and it's already off smooth. It didn't stall, didn't bog down or anything. It's just up and off, But stalling, I've realized, in higher horsepower cars is it's really, it's something you gotta understand. Like, the clutch when you're using higher horsepower cars, it's like, it's just there. Like, the realism is really there. So as you can see, like, when you're stalling in higher horsepower cars, it will the needle just goes way down. As you would expect it to do. High horsepower doesn't mean that you can just like ignore the clutch. I mean, you can, but where's the fun in that? Like, what's the point? But getting used to drifting without a handbrake is really difficult. But like, what is it? I got used to it after a while. I mean, it's gonna be like really hard to just like drop something you've been using for such a long time. Like, since the game came out and you discovered the handbrake, you just keep using it. And oh god, my battery. Well, that's not good. But yeah, so I mean, the clutch honestly is pretty amazing. To me, it's game breaking, to be honest, because like, the most big YouTubers who play this game have been like asking for a clutch. I know for a fact Slap has been asking for a clutch, and like in his most recent like Carx Drift Racing video, he didn't really use the clutch. Like, he just like, he told us about it, but he didn't really use it, which, and like, that made me sad, but like, that's like no big deal. I mean, many people are like, they adapt to it after a certain period of time. I mean, who knows, he could be home now somehow watching this video and actually like tries to use the clutch, but he uses the steering wheel on the screen. So I mean, like, it's not like like getting heated or something about that, but like, to me, like, the tilting is like much easier. Another cool use for the clutch is clutch kicking, which I just did, which essentially, if you are like out of revs, in a sense, like if you're low down the RPMs and you just need a little boost of power to get the RPMs back up, you can just like just hold in the clutch all the way with the gas pedal and just release the clutch, and it'll just like, it just send a lot of power to the wheels. But yeah, that's basically it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for the support recently, and yeah, I should have more videos out this week. But until next time, guys, see you in the next